Thank you for coming to my backup channel, the My Read Moment. The, the primary channel is the My Read Minute. This is the backup channel, the My Read Moment. Anyway, hi y'all. Thank you for stopping through. Um, I wanted to talk about what I heard today. Now, if you all watch Love and Marriage Huntsville, which I know you do, if you follow me, um, Miss Wanda was on her live again today. And while she was out driving around, she mentioned that she has some news about Arionne and she was going to tell it. But people kept jumping in her live saying, "Don't tell it, don't tell it. Tell it, Miss Wanda, tell her, don't tell it, don't tell it." So then she went on to say that she was going to allow Arionne to tell her own business, but she was going to give her 24 hours. And she was like, "Baby, baby, when you hear this news," I swear, that lady, I don't know whether to hate her or like her because she's so crazy. Because a part of me thinks that she's very immature, and that still remains, right? But also there's another part of me that she seems like she really has a good heart. I know I'm sound conflicting, but that's what I see. And basically I was just basing it off of this live because you don't really know people. We don't know any of them people from a can of paint, honestly. All we know is the 20 minutes or 30 minutes or whatever that they give us each week that they taped a year ago. And clearly the people that they were there then is probably not who they are now. Honestly, do we really know them? No. We think we do because we feel like we're in their business or whatever. But we don't know them people. I don't know Melody. I don't know Tisha. I don't know none of them. Right? I can only base it on what I see. Now, her live today wasn't as annoying as yesterday's. Yesterday's, I was just like, oh my God, the hate for Melody is so strong. I think that's where I'm at. Like, why do you have so much hate for Melody? There's no need, you know? And I guess, like I said, part of her problem is that Melody got her put off the show. And she's not feeling Melody right now. She's not feeling Melody because she felt like Melody put that lady, Miss Dr. Sharnita Foster, on Tisha. I feel like that's what she thought. And maybe she did. I don't know. We don't know. I don't feel like she did, but maybe she did. I don't know. But the live that I saw today, she was actually kind of cute. You know what I mean? She was going to get her granddaughter something to eat. And it was funny because when she pulled up to the window, she was like, the guy was like, I think she must have asked for nuggets or something, 8-piece nugget, 8-piece, whatever. And the guy said, "You want the entree or just the meat or the meal?" No, she said, "You want the meal or the entree?" She was like, "What?" He was like, "Do you want the meal or do you want the entree?" I don't think she knew what entree was, y'all, but I don't know. She was like, "I don't understand these people in Huntsville. I'm from Bessemer." What? They don't have entrees in Bessemer? Yeah. Anyway, so she had her granddaughter order. She said, "You order it, right?" And I think the daughter said her granddaughter said she wanted a, yeah. She wanted a berry parfait. And she said, "You want a what?" She she said, "Tell them what you want." You know, Miss Wanda, you would think that she was older than what she is based on her vocabulary. I find that much older people, like in their 80s, 90s, who grew up like in the 30s, the late 20s and early 30s, people kind of act like that. And I'm assuming Miss Wanda was Miss Wanda. No, because if Miss Wanda's 50 something, she had to be born in the 60s or the 70s, right? So her mother possibly could have been born in the 30s. So maybe, yeah, okay. She's just emulating what she heard clearly, right? So, anywho, I feel like this. Miss Wanda was like, I'm going to give Ariane 24 hours to tell her business, blase, blase, or else I'm going to tell it. And I want to know what y'all think it is. If she's married to Marcel, I get the M's mixed up. Sorry. If she's married now to Martell Holt, and her name is Mrs. Holt, for some reason, I feel like she would have been down to the social media to tell that. Number one, if that was indeed the case. However, the stipulation might have been from Martell, if we get married, you can't say nothing. And she follows his every word. So, I mean, she probably could keep it for a little while, but if she's married, she's going to let us know. And if she is, congratulations, finally. You finally got your man. Y'all could be a happy family and go on about your business. But I'm assuming that she wants to come on the show because if she's married to him, he'll have to, or they'll have to acknowledge that he's married. Maybe, right? I don't know. Maybe not in this season, but maybe next season, if there is a next season, because in another live across the pond or wherever they are in the Caribbean, Mel, Tisha and Kimmy were at a resort, and Kimmy kind of made the notion that she was done with Love and Marriage Huntsville. Like 7 years, that's good enough for me. I'm done. You know, um, somebody in the comments basically said, we heard that the Scots were leaving the show. And Tisha just didn't respond to it. She read it, but she didn't respond to it. So it's a possibility that it may not be another season after this. I mean, the ratings are very low. Who's to say that they'll be renewed? Okay. I just think that the hate train for Melody is so strong. They've destroyed their own show. They've destroyed their own show. Um, it's terrible. Melody's fan base was conjured up because she didn't have anybody. Everybody seemed like they were ganging up on her. And in the beginning, I remember when the show first came on, I didn't like Melody. I mean, I didn't. It's not that I didn't like her. I couldn't stand her voice, and I was like, "Oh no, I can't watch this." I was honestly, and I didn't watch it the first year because I was like, because I tried to get into it. I think I forgot what it came on behind, and I was like, I'll try to watch it. It might have been we came on OWN. I think I was watching Grace something Green something. It came on behind something and on OWN, and I was calling myself trying to get into it. It was like these entrepreneurs, they were real estate moguls, blah 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 blah. That's how I remember how they were selling it originally. And I remember hearing her voice and I'm like, I can't listen to this. I was like, And I watched it I didn't watch a full episode. Like I might have watched different episodes, but I never watched it in its entirety because I couldn't get beyond her voice. And it wasn't until my sister was talking about it one day. It wasn't, and I guess it was intriguing about what they were going through at the time. And they were talking about Marcel, Martel, Maurice. They were talking about all of them. And I want to say it had come about, it came out that Arionne was, not that I knew her name at the time, but that Martel was running around cheating or whatever. And that's when people really got into it. And so I said, well, let me just watch it again. So I think I started watching, and then I just, stayed with it. But the first one or two seasons, I wasn't really into it. Mm-mm. It wasn't until I think I watched a reunion. That's what it was. I watched a reunion over one of my one of my sister's girlfriend's houses because they were really into it. I think it was the first, might have been the second reunion, third reunion, whatever. And they were saying all this stuff, and I was like, "What? What is going on?" And I think that's what brought drew me in. Anywho, the hate train for Melody has grown on the cast. And it seems like each and every person that she brings on there, they turn against her. And I don't understand that. Somebody needs to break down what actually happens. Is it that the fact that Martell gets to them some kind of way and then they become Martell's friend? Because Stormy, now that we know, already knew Arionne, right? So maybe that was part of it. Destiny was Martell's friend. She says they didn't go to school together, but they knew each other because of the schools. Their schools always competed, and he knew. I, I'm taking it that Martell was very popular, and he's been very popular with the ladies for a minute, right? So she knew Martell when they were in school. So she didn't know anything about because Melody wasn't around then, right? So she knew him first. As far as Kimmy and Tisha, she didn't come to know them till afterwards. As a matter of fact, Melody knew Kiki before she knew Tisha because they were in some classes together at, was it A&E? I don't know what, Alabama's school down there, whatever. So yeah, she really didn't hang with them. So technically, they weren't ever her friends, right? But ever since the split, the hate train has really grown, and it's a shame. And I think they all knew about Ariane at some point. Maybe not off the bat. The guys knew because they knew her too because she worked at some bar or some restaurant or whatever. But the women found out about her or knew probably about her around the same time as Melody found out, but never said anything to Melody. And I think Melody feels betrayed, sort of, kind of, especially with Tisha because they all know because it came out that Marcel was helping him funnel money to Ariane. They were looking out for each other. And maybe Martell was doing the same thing with whoever Marcel might have been dealing with that just won't come out. Because I feel like they mess with people that have a lot to lose. Where Martell just picked up somebody that was trying to get on. Somebody that was trying to get put on. She was trying to. That's why she wants to be on TV so bad. You know. But she was dealing with him before the TV show, so it might be true love. I don't know. Anywho, what y'all think? Is she in jail? Or is she married to him? Or is she coming on the show? If she was coming on the show, I don't have an issue with that either. Come on. Come on. Come on with it. I feel like she would save the show at this point because the ratings have plummeted. I mean, they were already low. They're like almost non-existent. I feel like if they brought Ariane on for a season or a half a season or however they do their seasons, it would boost ratings because people want to see what she's going to do. Just to see. I think Melanie needs to swallow it up. She doesn't want Martell, so she says, let him bring on his other woman. Shit, you ain't gonna get rid of her. She already around your kids. Bring her on. However, you dictate what she brings home. Like start her at the very low. Like the low is supposed to be 2,500. She might not get 2,500. She might get half that. a show. And if she don't want that, then toodles. She wouldn't get paid off me. She wouldn't make no money. You know, she would still have to have a job, but she don't have to have a job because she got Martell. Anywho, it'll be interesting. I'm assuming Miss Wanda will probably come back down to the Instagram streets tomorrow and give us another clue, if not tell us. Because she said, I can't keep water. And I believe that. Anyway, y'all, please like, share, and subscribe. Again, this is my backup channel. My primary channel is the Myrita Minutes. Go check me out. Also, I am vlogging my journal with Zepbound. I also have a channel for Zepbound vlogging. So, and that's called, what is that called? I don't even know. Oh, Maya Minutes, Bites and Delights. Couldn't remember. Anyway, that's the one that I am vlogging my Zepbound journey on. So, if you're interested, please log in. Not log in. Please like, sorry, share and subscribe. And leave a comment down below. Everyone be blessed. Peace.